All right, we're going to start the recovery process, and it's a really slow leak. So they're ordering it, put it on the work order to order the condenser. We're at the end of summer, so we're going to give her air conditioning right now for the next 2 weeks of heat at the end of October here in San Francisco area, Bay Area. We have about 2 more weeks of summer left, and then after this the temperatures start taking a dive. So that will get replaced next spring when they come back. Just schedule it, but give her some air conditioning for now. So let's turn on the recovery unit. And that definitely got purged. Zero, zero. Okay, and 0. Come on, there we go. Okay, open. You should start seeing that go up. As it slowly removes refrigerant. It's taking it out as a vapor. It's coming through the low side line, not the high side line, and down to the unit, and then back into the tank. Sight glass. You see just a little bit of the movement of the oil that's inside there, but it's not fresh stuff coming up, so I'm not removing oil. And I'll give you the final results. If you remember from the last videos, I only topped it off just for test purposes, just to either condemn, make sure things are cooling. I didn't go to full route because we are going to change the condenser this upcoming spring, and we got 2 more weeks of heat left in this area, so that's going to be predetermined. This leak went down over a period of 3 years from the last time this was charged. And of course, we know leaks get bigger, they don't fix themselves usually. And we're almost empty there. You can see now I could open up, because it's so empty. We're down to 17 psi on the high side. I can open up the high side without no worry of sucking up any liquid oil, because I'm located on the discharge of the compressor and I'm located up high. So now we're down to 7 psi in the system with a running engine. We're up to 330 grams right now, but I have not cleared out the few extra ounces that have accumulated inside the condenser. It's not in clean out mode. Let me turn on the fan in here because I want to speed up the recovery procedure by getting hot air flowing across the evaporator. Get every last ounce out, and there we go. Oh, that feels nice and cool, because it's a cold evaporator, because I just removed refrigerant and I dropped the pressure, so it literally was probably frosting up there, and there's actually ice on the evaporator for a second, but as soon as the hot engine heat went right over it, it would melt that ice immediately. And we are going into 0. We're at 340 grams. Now I know I still have another ounce or 2 in here, you know, another 60 grams, so there's probably another 60 grams buried in all the oil that I can take out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out and clear out the last of the liquid refrigerant in the unit, purge it. So now it's pushing liquid into the tank. Let's see where we go. I said this system was only about 50% full. It's stopping right there at 430 grams. And I said there's about another 60 grams inside the system. That would bring that up to 490 grams. That is 10 grams away from being 500 grams. 500 grams is exactly 1/2 of 1,000 grams. And did I say the system in the last video was only about half full? Without any testing, without any measuring, just hopping off. That's the difference of experience and non-experience. And what was our duct dash temperature? We had 42 degrees, sitting in the sun with the windows open, with only half a charge. Now what would one of the little circle jerk guys who jack off with the little cans do, who are the guys who are just put a thermometer in the dash and go, okay, it meet minimum temperature, so let's ship it. But how hot was the compressor running because it was starving for refrigerant and oil return? This is what happens when you go to those little guys with the shops who guess, and they just whack off the little cans and splooge their luge into the car to give the customer cooling. At the same time, they're screwing over the customer because they're overheating the customer's compressor, shortening the life of the compressor. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. I'll go and recover that extra refrigerant. As you can see, the pressure is going back up because the refrigerant that is trapped in the oil, and the evaporator is cold. And if I put my hand on the bottom of the compressor, it's probably cold. And at the bottom of the receiver dryer, if I put my finger at the very bottom of the receiver dryer, it'll be cold. There'll be a layer of oil and there's refrigerant trapped in it, the exact same way CO2 is trapped in Coca-Cola. After you crack the top, you let off some of the gas, you tighten up the top, and it re-gasses up and it boils out and it repressurizes. The exact same thing is going on there. So I'll go get that rest of it, bring it up to this 50%, exactly like I said it would be in the last video. Adios, guys.